Heyo! How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Let's make sure we're all good. Cool, cool. We're looking good. Stream health looking good. Looking good. Sweet. Let's have this there. Cool. How's everyone doing? I need a drink. So, apologies I'm a bit late. Today didn't really go as planned. I was recording some gameplay for Oddworld Soulstone, If you haven't watched that yet, go check it out on the channel. Leave a like, support, you know, the vibe. I did one level, and I was like, you know what? You know, it'd be a really cool idea. You know, it'd be like a really cool idea. It would be to try and record another video, like back to back, so I get 2 videos done in one day. And I got stuck. You'll see it when it comes out, but I was spent about over an hour maybe trying to get out of a certain bit, and I failed miserably. But we're here, we're gaming. I just had a shower as well, so I'm all fresh, and we're gonna play some Biomutant tonight, which jeez. Okay. So then stop. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. Okay. That's cool. This game has an auto-save feature which saves as also cool. Adjust the brightness till the image is barely visible. Some of it about there, yeah. So I think it's right into the end. Cool. Okay. So welcome to Biomutant, everyone. Okay. Yo, hey. This is a bit weird. How it's all like pixelated. So,
how can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end.
Ooh-wee.
Welcome to Biomutant.
Welcome to Biomutant. So let's do a proper an intro. Let's do a proper intro, shall we? Let's do. Nope. What's going on? Oh no. Oh, hello. Messed it up. All right, let's do it from here. So, lords and ladies, welcome to Biomutant. This is my first time playing it. I've seen this game over a year ago, and I was like, whoa. It looks pretty sexy. So I don't know what to expect. I know there's ninja squirrels and a lot of shoot bang bang, a lot of shia, and yeah, we're just gonna play it, see what we like. I'm guessing we're gonna like it, but yeah, let's play around with the settings real quick and make sure we're all good. Field of view. So my field of view is usually like 90. Camera shake, depth of field, player. Controls. That's all good. Full screen. So I'm guessing we're gonna try and play it on max. And it should be all good. So dodge, I want on. So what we got? We got melee, shoot, reload, parry. Wong Fu? Interact. Transport. So we can start off with using reload, Q, F, V, E. Well, we're going to play a standard. Run and dodge, shift. I like it on that. I like it on that. Photo mode. We're gonna have that on there because we want to get some sexy snaps as we go along. You know what I mean? Subtitles on. Subtitles medium. Large. Yeah, medium's cool. White. No. So I think that's good. Put on medium because we're cool like that. We can withhold it. Okay.
Encode your DNA.
Okay, so we can choose a breed. Rex, Hollow, Fip, Murgle. So 1 second, guys. I forgot my phone upstairs. I need my phone. Okay, cool. So, choose my breed. What do we want to go for? Primal is a nimble, developed, anthropomorphic breed. Hybrid with the gene mutation, getting them nimble and dexterous at the cost of lesser developed intellect. is the least developed. A hybrid off-shot that can compensate for the lack of mental power of the physical strength. Okay, Rex. Hybrid with even DNA string, making it apt for both physical and mental challenges. Okay, so this does all like the vitality, strength, intellect, agility, charisma, and luck. So I'm gonna guess we're more like a Rex. Yeah, we're gonna do for Rex. Define your character starting with start to see more details.
Define your genetic structure.
That's really cool.
Encode your DNA. Define your genetic
So,
structure.
We want to be more strength and intellect, right? You don't want strength, you look beefy, but we want to be kind of middle, but not.
Encode your define your genetic structure.
I'd say there. Yeah.
Choose a genetic resilience.
Radioactivity, heat, biohazard, and cold. Okay. So I'm going to say more heat and radioactivity. Like there. Because it's kind of still in the middle, but we're not too much.
Choose your first style.
That one.
Pick your main color.
Main color? Oh, jeez. So our colors are more blue and pink.
Choose your detail color.
We're going to go for more of a black.
Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick your main color.
It's going to be like...
Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Commando. Deadeye.
Okay, so class. Deadeye is a tricky, skillful rogue who's chosen a life outside law and society at value.
Commando.
Commando.
Psy-freak.
Usually outcast on the fringe of society.
Saboteur. Sentinel. Saboteur.
I kind of like the dual sword, and I also like this guy.
Commando. Deadeye. Psy-freak.
Spark ball, shoot a spark ball, press down on the input to have bound the ability to make you throw a ball in the direction you're facing, inflicting damage to enemies you hit. Mega Mind. Your key energy regen is increased by 20%.
Saboteur.
Dual melee skill. You're equipped to two different one-handed melee weapons or dual wield them. To draw with them.
Sentinel. Sentinel. Saboteur. Psyfreak. Saboteur.
I'm gonna go with Saboteur.
Chosen.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Okay.
Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight
So,
of a story
is it better
that's
to use?
already begun.
You can use that.
We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living.
Okay.
But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
I am dark red as in strength and power. Color me light blue for freedom and loyalty. So I'm gonna go strength and loyalty. Not strength, freedom and loyalty.
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise, an echo of balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
That's right.
I'm surprised at the change of heart. I believe in putting yourself aside to help others, but helping the dark side is not that, you know.
You can't fight who you really are. The blood is obviously running red in our veins.
You're trying to keep us in the dark here, but you know it's blue blood in our veins and what it means. We have responsibilities. You can't fight the truth.
Right is always right.
Right is always right, exactly. Oh, like that.
Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others.
Okay. Meat eaters meat.
Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger.
The detail in this game is really well made. Oh. I'm getting slapped about here. Okay. So it's going to be.
This is not the time nor place to end this story.
Okay. This is like where we started off at this that's where we started off at the start of the thingy. Thingy? You get me.
This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes.
Okay, so with the parry thing, I might put it to a different button because
The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die.
evolution gone. Move towards an enemy to target them with melee attacks. Aim the camera towards the enemy to target them with ranged attacks. Reload your ranged attacks with our key energy. Key energy is used for dodging, using mutations and performing special attacks. When you're out of key energy, you're unable to perform these attacks. Your key energy regenerates in both in and out of combat.
Chop it up!
Okay, so playing with that little bit, we're going to change the parry to this one, and our roll, where we can find it, to there. Cool. There's quite a few buttons which you've got to learn, but I think I got it. Okay. There's no like special stuff around. What was interact E on it? Ooh! Electric module. Weapon add-ons. You found a weapon special effect add-on. Attach it to your ranged weapon to give an extra damage type for as long as the ammo lasts. Some enemies have a resistance or weakness to different weapon special effects, so use them wisely. Attach special. To attach the special effect add-on, select it through the consumable quick menu. To open the menu, hold 1. Okay. Okay, so I'm just sorting these buttons out real quick. So melee is that, shoot is that one. So I want my melee to be this one. And my shoot to be that one. Makes sense having your melee on your first button and your... You find a medical supply. Bags like this contain items that can help you heal. Okay. Okay. Remember to parry enemies' attacks when enemies attacks. See the lightning bolt flash above their heads. Press.
The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death. But some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways.
I'm getting slapped. Okay, let's put the parry back onto Q. So dodge. You're doing a lot of dodging, which I'm gonna put. Dodge on here. Parry. No, let's put it on. Sorry guys, I'm trying to sort this out.
Middle-lifed.
Okay, we got there in the end. Fallen enemies can be often looted for healing items. Find the highlighted fallen enemy and then press F. Cool. Okay. Easy peasy now. We got this.
Dead already.
That's really cool. Easy. Easy peasy. Okay. That's a sludge. We get the hang of it now. We got the hang of it. Can we climb stuff? They can wall run? Can we wall run? No. Cool. By the way, does the game look okay to you guys? Let's check real quick. I want to make sure the game actually looks decent. What's going on here? Okay, just make sure the game looks okay before we continue. Cool. I think it looks good. That was 4080p. Jeez. Okay, so the game looks good. We can continue now without any worries. Happy days. Some enemies carry large shields. You need to break the shields with melee attacks before you can deal damage to the enemy.
Flash the slash.
Oh, I used to do the parry thing, man. Come on, come at me, come at me. Okay, we can't do it.
Bullets everywhere.
Defeating enemies when completing quests will give you XP. Leveling up allows you to raise one of your attributes by 10. You also get 1 point that you can unlock skills in the Wong Fu and Perks menu. To go to the menu, press tab. Cool. So level up. When you level up, you can increase an attribute of your choice by 10. Pick which attribute you want to increase from the list. So vitality is like health and armor, which is going to be really useful for late game. Strength is going to be better because we've got two swords. Intellect, power, key energy, move speed, barter, critical chance, and loot chance. To start it off with, I think the better thing to do would be to do the vitality. We want to do ranged. Once you have more upgrade points, remember to spend them on perks and special attacks in the waifu perk menu. Okay. Cool. It's going to be nice. Put this TV on then. For some reason, every time I go full screen, my TV messes up. So we're going to have to put it up here. Just so we can see the chat. Okay. So back on to where we were.
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight.
Crowbar. Old Ward Clawbar. Okay. Open the fence.
That pipe looks weak. The clawbar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
Okay.
The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Neutralized.
Absorb the bio block. Use the point. These are points used to unlock mutations. You collect Bioblock at defeating morks and find the containers in various places in the world. Okay. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay.
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of...
You found a puzzle. These are scattered through the world. Some open new paths while others features new rewards. Switch node is selected. Use W and S. Okay. To rotate the node, Q and E. This is the number of rotations you have and left. The higher the intellect, the more moves you'll have. Each node has a certain position it must be rotated into to complete the puzzle. Running out of moves before that may have consequences. Okay. Rotate each node so the colours match each other.
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Completed it, mate.
There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right, but no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
Get out of Bunker 101.
The sound of spark metal going pew pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door.
We're gonna kick his ass.
A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door.
Okay. Each node... rotate each node so the colours match each other. So they match. They match. Happy days.
There you go.
Okay. Perfectly countering an enemy attack will stun them. A stunned enemy has stars of circling around their head, and after hitting the enemy again, you will launch it up in the air by pressing.
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Chop chop! A smart foe would leave now. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
Sup, bud?
Hold on for that.
A new friend, an old friend. Wakanda
wants to
forever.
thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past.
The scar?
It's a scar you're covering under that eye patch, isn't it? But he would have recognized you anyways. You look exactly like your Muma.
Muma.
There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Looper Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end.
Love these names.
He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the Unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land.
What's a stake?
The impending threat of the World Eaters bringing down the Tree of Life is ever so close. He also worries about the Jagni tribe that's actively working for a doomsday and purging of the world. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
Okay. Dialogue settings. By default, dialogues are set to advanced from one NPC line to the next automatically. If you want to manually advance the dialogue, you can change this in settings accessibility. What does it mean by that? Okay. Oh, this is us as a kid. This is us as a wee babby.
Asks if you are tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Mooma knows you are here.
I hope I told her.
You're such a good
You
child,
waste
so you
money
probably
on a bad game.
did. Even the young
I'm
forget.
quite enjoying it.
He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people.
The potato people.
The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life.
No, potato people is better.
You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki.
What's Turtle's precious?
The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding.
Okay. It's awful what I've heard anyone from literally every source I've seen. Oh really? I've only just started getting into it, so I've been enjoying it. But I like these type of games, like open world, shoot, bang bang, bit of combat. I don't know. Each to their own, I'm guessing. I did have to change some of the settings, some of the controllers around, but you found one. You should be proud.
Found one.
Oh.
You should be proud. They don't come up for everyone. The Nono's ki energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life.
Will it go strong enough?
Only time will tell. At least his intention is to dedicate his life to it. He has the feeling the fate of the world depends on it. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy.
Okay. That was bad grammar, but yeah. I mean, that was quick.
You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. They're hiding in the glitter grass that mostly grows deep inside damp caves, where they draw mineral from the natural rock. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world.
Okay.
But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree.
The insulated Pensai. Okay. Merge the no-no with the tree. Yeah, I kind of I quite like this game. Still early game, so it's gonna be a while before I actually have any like verdict. But yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen this. It's about a year or so ago. I seen this, like an advert for it. So yeah, just vibing. Okay, it's becoming one with the tree.
Now that you've seen the Nonno's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Mooma will be able to protect us.
Mooma.
You can already see the effects from how reckless those before us acted, and unless something changes, we're doomed. The land won't survive the side effects of the old world's industrial advances. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Mooma comes looking for you. You did good here today. No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples. Wonders if they let the Predator family live or not. He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life.
How did he go from being all like to "Is Wakanda forever"?
To die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived. Records tell of the ruinous devastation the Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land. The apocalypse sparked a re-evolution, the Second Coming, and our lineage.
Okay.
His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Majut and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved.
How can I defeat the World Eaters? To say the least, it's not worth 60 quid or 50
His friends
quid.
have prepared something specific for each World Eater. The Mekton, the Octopod, the Majut, and the Goo Glide are almost ready to ride. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Rodnet. Okay. Say this is not worth 60 quid or 50 quid considering it's an indie game. I mean, it is new, so the price is going to be what they said it as.
You're getting the hang of it.
It's a weird one. Like, I'd love to pay like
Quickest way out is
£10
through
for all the
roof where
games,
they came in.
but you
The
got to
rope
think of
was
like
strong enough to climb.
they need to make money as like a developer. Because in all fairness, the graphics is quite good. I really like the graphics.
Keep hauling yourself into the air.
So it all depends on how much money they put into the game, as how much they want out of it. Everyone wants a profit. So, I mean, if people are going to pay it like me, then they're going to sell it.
Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters.
Okay, Biomutant. Yeah, I'm not saying they shouldn't make profit. I think, but at the cost they are going to, they are going against AAA games. But the problem is with AAA games like COD. COD is like 60 quid. That's not worth 60 quid. Which right now are better than what that is. I beg to differ on that one. COD is terrible at the moment, and I wouldn't spend anything over 30 for it. And depending on how long this game lasts, it could be worth 50
A
quid.
signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged.
But the thing with AAA games now and like BR's multiplayer games, it's they put a lower price for the base, and then they add battle passes. Was it microtransactions stuff? So they actually make the money from the microtransactions rather than the whole game. With this, it's a single player game. There's no DLC. There's no skins. It's all just basic. You get, what you pay for. It's all there, and that's the whole game. So, from a story perspective, it's probably worth the money in the long run, because they're not adding like microtransactions and battle passes and whatnot. People that play God are pretty much just stupid. It's the same game over and over again. They just changed it up since COD 4, yeah. What the hell?
Let's see.
Signposts are found near locations and chests all around the world. You unlock a signpost when interacting with it. We're taking a piss on signposts to mark it. You can fast travel to signposts you've unlocked by selecting on the map. To unlock the map, to open the map, press M. There it is. Cool.
Let's see.
Cool. Jeez! What's your name?
That must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake.
Yeah, no, the graphics is good and the skill that developers have is definitely there, but the game just has been developed for ages.
Look, a
Yeah.
survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive.
Some call it cyberpunk, but with furries. Yeah, I didn't like cyberpunk.
He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here.
Your inner balance is two halves that complete a wholeness that flows through all things. At times you'll be able to manifest your inner balance through deeds and dialogue choices. Few are those who always act in the same manner, and our wholeness is the sum of the choice that we make and the actions we take. The balance of your actions create your aura score, which affects the dialogue with other characters. So the butterfly effect.
He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart.
Interacting with captives and PSI shrines will award you the PSI points that you can use to unlock physionic powers. Powers can only be unlocked once you have reached the required dark or light inner balance.
Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions.
Let me help. So we're
He's
going on the
grateful
good
for
side. We're
You
on the
still
good
seem
side.
to have a spark of light in you.
That's a spark of light in you!
I like the light.
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
You gained a PSI point. Use it to unlock powers in the mutation menu. Some powers are unlocked by the aura score, meaning that your PSI points can only be unlocked. Can only unlock powers of the same color as your current aura or those without color. Cool.
There's Out of Date again. He must have missed something important. Out of Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are two nearby. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war.
Okay.
The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world. They
Purge.
want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life.
They want to
But
purge.
siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part.
Have the tribes engaged the World Eaters?
Myriad is convinced that defeating the World Eaters is the only way the world can be saved, but they've been forced to focus on their rivalry with the Jagni tribe.
Okay.
Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Okay. Your current and started quests are shown in the journal at the top menu. See the top menu above. You can also change the quest you track by opening Journal and tab and selecting another quest. Journal. In the journal you can find information on your quest as well as the previous tutorials and dialogues. Press J to open the journal at any time. Cool. Go to the mutations log and PSI powers. Blaze, blink. To use blink, press down the input you have bound to the ability to. It will teleport you to the direction you are moving and create a shockwave where you reappear. Ooh. I'm thinking Blaze. To use Blaze, press down the input you have bound the ability to. Blaze will launch you forward and leave a trail of fire behind you. To use an ability, press the button it's bound to while pressing and holding. Okay.
Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be?
So on the map we want to go to there. So you want to go towards the Myrid Sifu.
It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded. Carving it up. Hot metal.
Jeez. So this is kind of like the game I played called. Oh, what's it called? There's a game I played not long ago.
This
And it
area
was all
was
about,
beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone.
It was all about like politics, and if you sided with one side of a tribe, then it would demote you on another side, and you had to like barter with different tribes and help in the tribe war and stuff. It's cool.
That's the Myriad tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know.
I love that he pees on stuff too. Cool.
It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war.
Show me to the Sifu, please.
They don't just let anyone see the Sifu, but there's something different about you.
Sibi? Lavanen aginkanman. Geradna falo hutut mus. Tugai lavute.
I wonder what language this is supposed to be.
The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place.
Makes sense.
He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu.
Sifu.
But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you.
Vigilante?
He heard you took out-of-date side against the Scavengers in Bunker 101. It seems you believe in helping your next, and that's something you have in common. He's convinced you've returned for a reason, and is glad you chose to come here. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples. Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it consisted of unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain. The Sifu says it's time to set the past aside, at least for now. Unrest is sweeping the land, and there are rivals in all directions. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. If you believe there's some good in everyone, there's still hope for tomorrow. You'll unite the tribes and defeat the World Eaters to save the Tree of Life.
Yes.
He was hoping you'd join them. You understand that there's no harm in doing good to others. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can unite the other tribes. The one you should coerce first is the Jagni tribe. The Jagni tribe may believe that fear and hatred will lead them to domination. A vanquisition of the tribes and destruction of the Tree of Life won't be the restart they want. It's just an end to everything.
Okay.
Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to prepare for war.
I wish there were another way.
You need to take the struggle to the enemy, or the enemy will bring it to you. When survival is threatened, there's no other option left but war. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of.
Okay.
He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both have gentle minds, so they want to wage a gentle war. a war that bonds as much as it breaks.
Lafanen aginkan man. Yara wante, alaban grif.
Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon.
Gine afirma katano shubudo.
Once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin share land again.
Share land again?
You were all part of the same tribe once, but without your Muma there as a guide, the disciples turned on each other and formed their own tribes.
Okay.
Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. He remembers your kind and unselfish soul, and can sense you still have it in you, the will to do good. Anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong, and can sometimes come to life. Passing the old village on your way to the first rival outpost might help.
The old village?
Even though it's now a different place from a different time, it is a place that'll make you remember.
Okay. Sweet. So we've got to go to these different pots and get on the outposts to then fight the Sifu or the other tribe. And have a little chinwag want to fight? What's up, buddy?
Thought you were smart enough to know better than to try to save things. We'll be around when you return. Wonders if Ankati prefer thin air so they can enjoy more light in their lives, like the Myriad do. Understands you have other places you need to go.
Okay. Sweet, so let's go outside, I'm guessing. Oh, more loot. Health gem. Cheers, bud. Thanks for opening the door for me.
The gatekeeper welcomes you back to the fort.
I can't stay.
Understand.
Cool. So let's just do this again.
Let's see.
Just need to go down here. Pass through the cave. Wait, I passed through the cave. Okay. So yeah, I quite enjoy this. I find it entertaining at the moment. Be interesting to know when we get further into the game about like different abilities, because at the moment it's still kind of new and I need to get used to using the parry and stuff. But once we start doing like all the attacks and all that good stuff, it can be pretty cool. Visit your childhood village.
Better beware, that's a mump up ahead.
A wonky
They
bump.
were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. That's going to leave a mark.
I like this photo stuff.
More than a flesh wound. Good for whatever ails you.
Wait, photo. Photo there. Can we do it? No. Might change my thing to do it like down here or something. Photos mode on the bottom. Photo mode.
Time is lost on this place, but
Okay.
it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer. Let's see.
Cool.
As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over.
It's really bright.
Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind.
Look at this dude.
Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He asks how you are today.
Can't complain. I'm a little down. Better. No, you ask. I can't complain.
Then he wants you to know that if you find yourself going through bad times, you should just keep going. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. Learning to swim can be scary when you don't know what you're doing. But fortunately, he's here to give you a helping hand. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now.
I'd be grateful.
And he'll be honored.
This dude is huge. Swimming. You can swim in most waters while in very deep water. You slowly use key energy, and when you're out of it, you'll drown.
He says that wasn't too bad, was it?
I need to keep at it.
Way to go. Don't let the sound of the waves drown out your spirit. But you need practice. Lots of practice.
Or a better teacher. I'll keep trying.
Great things usually happen to those who never stop trying. He hopes you'll be one of them. You just need more time in the surf. That's the only way you'll ever learn how to swim. You can never try too hard. Judging by your Mooma's look, it seems you forgot something.
Andro?
You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go.
I've been looking forward to it. I lost track of time. I've been looking forward to it.
The dedication to training is important. You can't rely solely on the fact that Wang Fu is in your blood. You should know, practice makes perfect.
You're right.
You have to keep working on it if you want to be good at it. She'll see you at the village square.
See you there soon.
She'll be waiting for you. There will be a surprise for you at the end, too.
Chocolate cake? There's going to be chocolate cake at the end. Let's push him in. Can we push him in? Yeah! Okay. Imagine me a bit.
Here's another
What the hell is this dude doing?
what's on his mind. Asks how you're feeling today.
Why is everyone asking how I am? How better now that you're talking to you? Yeah.
Being nice comes easy for him. That doesn't make it less important. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on.
It's our duty.
He thinks you're truly a kidling of your environment. You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you too long to find some.
That your hat, mate. I'm gonna take your hat. I want a picture. Picture time. Picture. And then we're talking to this dude. Yes. Pictures. Search for free rubbish. Search for free rubbish piles. Okay. I quite like the picture thing. Makes it easier for like thumbnails and shit. We can have like custom thumbnails with all our fighting and stuff.
He wonders what usefulness you found.
I'm not sure.
He says whatever it is, it shouldn't be left lying around on the ground. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle.
I'm ready to get my hands dirty.
That's the spirit.
That's
you
the
can't
spirit.
make a difference unless you get your hands dirty. He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap you found would be a good start.
Crafting intro. Welcome to crafting. Here you can modify your existing weapons and armors. Or if you're feeling creative, create entirely new weapons from scratch. With the right pieces, you can craft your own weapons. To start crafting your weapons, first select the base that defines which kind of weapon you will craft. There are 3 different kinds of melee weapons: crush, one-handed, slash, or two-handed slash. To continue crafting your weapons, select the handle slot. Oh, base. What? Okay. Select the handle you want in order to be able to craft. Press F to craft your weapon.
You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon.
Mason Muma.
He believes being considerate will help you feel at peace with yourself. He understands, but hopes you won't be needing it anytime soon.
I don't intend to use it, but I'll take it.
You're not in this world to live up to his expectations, but he hopes you're never going to have to use that weapon of yours. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away. Then you've got a good excuse. You share a responsibility to prevent hardship on nature and the environment. It's your future. She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone.
Gone?
She won't live forever, you know that. But she intends to make the most of every day she gets, especially the ones you share together. You've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you to follow her.
I'll always follow you.
Then start by meeting her on the village square and take it from there. She knows you're a free spirit, always on the move, like the wind.
There's a lot of talking. One thing I'd suggest I'd like to see happen is
They look determined. Better watch out.
oh, that's the
He asks you to stop right there and wonders
the king?
where you think you're going.
that's the king, right? I'm late for training, mate.
He says that it's not too late for you to turn back, though.
I will
There's
kick
no
your
way
ass.
they'll let you pass. He wants to know who you think you are.
No one needs to get hurt. Why are you pushing others down? No one needs to get hurt.
You'll have to face pain at some point. He offers to help you get it over with.
Oh.
She asks if you're hurt. What happened?
We should invite them to train.
She says it's nice of you to consider them, but they have weapon training at sunrise tomorrow, so they'll need all the rest they can get. The most important thing is that you're okay. It's time to focus on your training now. She said it before. Wang Fu will keep your body in good health, and that's how you keep your mind strong and clear.
So, what I was saying before, we got rudely interrupted by those three goons. One thing I'd like to see, rather than this guy talking all the time, is actually having like different personalities talk. Obviously, they're talking a different language, but to make it more appealing,
Here's someone close to heart.
I'd
doing
say
what he does best.
having like a different voice would be quite more enjoyable rather than the bloke's
Seeing
voice.
you always puts a smile on your Popsy's face. He wants to know how you're feeling. He heard you helped Gizmo clean up. He's proud of you. He asks if you could help him too before you leave for training. He'll talk to her, sure, but you know she wants you to accept responsibility for your own actions and future. He suggests you get going and find him gadgets and ideas for how you can upcycle some old fabrics.
Yeah, so kind of like the bloke, the Popsy, the mom, the Mooma have like their own.
He's curious to see
like
what
this
you
bloke.
found.
I'd rather have them talk to me rather than the bloke constantly.
He's all for renewal and has even considered making the trip out into the wilds to look for a bionucleus pool and refresh his DNA. He can work wonders with pretty much anything and asks if you know how to up. Says at least dirty hands are proof that you tried, and that counts. That you failed this time doesn't mean you can't succeed the next. He says it's about time you learned how and offers to teach you, starting with the scrap you found.
Crafting, gear crafting. When looting, you will find add-ons. These will be crafted onto an item to increase the stats of the item. To upgrade armor and clothing with items, select the slot and add-on, then press F.
The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp on you. He knows she's already proud of you and everything you've achieved so far. You should take it with you, wear it to practice. He's sure your Mooma will forgive you for not wearing the traditional outfit. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent for this.
Okay. So okay, so let's get this bit of training done,
Your Mooma
and then
says
we will.
It's about time you got it.
I'm here ready to go.
Hopes you're as ready as you claim to be. She says she is eager to get started. You don't have much time left before the sun goes down. But there's enough time left for repetition, and you need it. Training dummies don't hit. Wants you to prove that with some practice first.
Jeez.
Your Mooma says you did well today. She's so proud of you.
Thank you, Mooma.
Thanks you for being such a good student. Been working on a present for you, with the help of Gizmo and Wiz. You should go see him and find out what it is. You've deserved it.
How
Says he's
thoughtful of
always
you.
thought so well of you, just like her.
Got his little sheesh.
Catchy.
Kala.
Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's wonderful.
I wonder what it
Figuring
does.
that out is half the fun.
Kialdo male kanaro tono. Andro?
A piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech that makes it a potent communication device.
Oh,
Kanarota.
It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. It'll follow wherever you go and see whatever you see.
will it record what happens to me?
Asil natu.
Says it's not a record keeper, more like a companion.
Amun.
Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long day.
What a day it's been.
She's so happy you made the most of it. Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow.
Who's this
Nothing
dude?
could stop Lupa from setting the world on fire.
Jeez!
Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire. That's just adding fuel to the flames. Give it a last burst and you'll make it. Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupa Lupin. This time there's no escape. She can hear him coming.
Let's run.
There's nowhere to run to this time. The time has come to stand and fight. Whatever happens, you need to know she loves you. And everything she's done has been to protect you, your Popsy, and those she was chosen to lead. She tells you to stay back. This is her fight. It has nothing to do with you. History has finally caught up with her.
I'll fight by your side.
She loves how brave you are, but she can't be worrying about you while she fights. This is her fight. Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present.
Jeez!
You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water.
Okay.
You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow.
Jeez! We're gonna get snut. Let's go. Boomer! No, Boomer! Mooma!
Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now.
Mooma! I will
If
revenge
a
you, mother.
sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with
Popsky!
you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory.
Popsy! No! Oh, it's getting angry.
As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on.
Okay. So, we're going to save it there, guys. What's up? Okay. Cool. So, quit the desktop. How you doing? How you doing, baby? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just gonna finish the game. Actually, finish that bit off. Our Mumsy and our Mooma and Popsy was killed by Luna the Lupin. Luna the Lupin is a cock. But yeah, that was a good game. I quite enjoyed it. There's a couple of things that I would have changed, but overall, it was decent. The whole like third person talking narrative. Hey, you need some Bristol while I'm in hospital. Hey. I mean, I don't mind if you want to. I'll call you in a minute if you want. Have a little FaceTime chat. Do you want a FaceTime chat? I hope you're well, my baby. But yeah, I'm about to end the stream. That was good. Enjoyed that. I'll call you sometime in the day tomorrow. Okay, dude. I finish at 1ish tomorrow. So call me whenever you want, and we can have a little chin waggle. Obviously, we can't do nothing, but if you need us to chat to, then we're always here for you, my dude. And I hope you get better soon. But, lords and ladies, we're going to head off and end it there. That was part 1 of Biomutant. We're still going through the tutorial, I'm guessing. Learning about who I am and where my Mooma and Popsy has gone and what's going on in the world. But yeah. Big love, everyone. Big love. Love you, bye. Love you, bye. Yeah, that was good fun. So, everyone, take care, and I'll see you on Friday when we will probably be playing somewhere else. Probably COD, as it's a Friday. COD or Biomutant. I want to play more of this. This is really good. But we'll find some time for it. Yeah. Take care, everyone. And a big love. Hope you all have a good night. Peace and love. Love you. And I will catch you all later. Bye.